mama kutie ukote.
That's your mama kutie ukote. Bacho, wow, tell some mama can wait mama me the deep explanation of some mama eka. Before we start, NPP seems not to understand the game of politics. As I grow, a woman is so. Now, grown a woman is so. I don't even know when it's coming to an end. Because politics, we use politics to develop a nation. We don't build individuals politically. So sometimes when I hear people say, "Oh, be political career," but we say there be politics, and you be a career. We too much that is how I personally understand politics. This is when you already say, you don't come to politics. And then anybody about politics, my wife say, oh, yeah, Jesus Christ. My young Kawasem. Ukomi Kuruma bosom be or bosom your money, uboni po. So why be say politics about your modi dear myself anyway a bosom ko pe we bi kotana. Na obia wo ye NPP ni. Now, by almost NPP ya Santeman party. And the former President Kufuor Yenkana you are mistaken because Kufuor availed himself to become a president. And for that matter, no, the good side of her and the bad side of her. It is some people within the political landscape of the country might praise Kufuor, some also might criticize him. That is what politicians do. That is why we call them politicians. But it seems to say when you criticize somebody's shortcoming, there are some people in the society, they think they are not ready to accept that. Emubi ene Afia Pokuaa. Afia Pokuaa si on test Kevin Taylor, akoka former President Kufuor asem. Inti atemdie ene odidi Kevin. When Kevin came back to respond to her, say, Dabi, I am not addressing Kufuor as a person. Miti and some Kevin Taylor can pa. Or say he is not addressing Kufuor as a grandfather, Kufuor as a father. Or Kufuor as John Wajekum Kufuor, but he is addressing Kufuor as the former president of Ghana. This is a very serious statement. Minima de going to be so on Tiasi. Lo and behold, Afia Pokuaa so on Tiasi, Tinsema Weka.
You know, I am more, no? Because Atem is all intended to divert attention from the critical issues, no? It was a Ghana for Muninamu, baby. A bronye yo massa cochino, a massive diversionary taxes.
Well, maybe Afia Pokuaa starts free back. Afia Pokuaa no. Who is supposed to be a journalist? A journalist, you're supposed to educate and inform and sometimes entertain. Into what Kevin Taylor show or combining all these three things. He educates people, he informs people, and then sometimes he brings on jokes to entertain. Afia Pokuaa being say, my cousin also a lawyer. Say when you utilize section 29 or say a political diversionary tactics. Enti Kwame Bafabronya okwodidi judge atem no Afia Pokuaa say ono no e divert attention no from adia aban no eye enti ude tie nsema obeto aso aka
you know I am more no because Atem is all intended to divert attention from the critical issues no e was a Ghana for mu nyina mu hu baby abronye ye o masa akwachi no massive diversionary tactics apologize to President Kufuor just to divert attention tino. What's the Atem na call another level? Me say a diversionary at President Kufuor doesn't need anybody's apology because in your Captain Smart, because in this case, Captain Smart was all right. Okay, but then this person wants to justify him as they say they are quite high for you. But say a man quite no did somebody who claimed they say seven cremophone in a Korano, yet obi the pepanato now. A person claim it is out on your yeah. And I had fighting there, and tough will be no there. Imagine so be maybe to say me, I'm Yasantin and Bejina, and I'm a cast and tough won't be there. And by now, and there's a whole national uproar. But on no, of course, all right. So be Zambia, be no declare or Francophobia, so me and tough no do your matem. No can and tough will be the Jimmy. How can you even do that? Why should this even be allowed? And NDC foot soldiers are trying so hard to justify this. CM4 be my means you only did attempt. And like I'm saying, nobody has been able to call the person to order because NDC for one kasa to say, I may old data be. Anyele Mokonyele. Be an edda, a war Mokonyele. I old data be Neda, I war Mokonyele. And would your own patch or crowd your coda, or be to my Kojusona coda. But then you come to another level where also say, yeah, more can I justify no and a President Kufuor say, and Obi, now Obi, I had Fatina Kodi Obi Atema. What has that got to do with just President Kufuor? How does that justify the fact that Sahaja Fatim Pone and Pampo say, Waka Kodi Obi Atema, and when for President Kufuor was saying, Haja Fatina Bush and any President Kufuor, Haja Fati, never President Kufuor. There's no correlation. Politics here, we grow, we mature. And Ghana politics will be there advances over the years. We've matured and we've grown. We've matured and we've grown. And to say I'm maturely a grower, this is no time. I was here small be so many do be at all their own suman for granted. My argument is that Nipan is an agent of NDC. Because agent of NDC Chesa or your party member, agent of NDC Chesa, by your conduct. What I said, what Jinipana Tunsa will endorse it because number one, you've not dissociated yourself. Number two, you've never condemned it. Number three, you've never said Nipa where you kasa mayeyo. And this person, the relationship between you and that person. Any on one minute a little bit or more, social media moody at them. Because what if even that day, Captain Smart Kasai or Kasi Emperor President Kufuor, Captain Smart was so civil. Me they were me name Captain Smart for years. For the first time, Captain Smart bred a voice I say. Captain Smart, I mean, no, he will not do that for anybody. But on one, I'm sure that he anticipated that Brad will be the atom. Captain Smart said that lower and the voice, not wait the Pacho. Now what you want, and then he proceeded to give you evidence. Oh, say, President Kufuor in your way, and they completed it. It just to arrogantly and being the typical bully and ignorant person, person to say when the person has been found out, expose you. They all can't against President Kufuor no correct. They all didn't attempt it's insensitive, it's unconscionable that will be a wheelchair at his age. Now at that Lumba Grody 62 no year. Now the President Kufuor 80 plus not in come no or wheelchair man. Now one say me papa could not even get to President Kufuor age no year. Me papa when do President Kufuor age no year. At the most, seriously, say President Kufuor decide age, which any news. But again, because you are exposing, say human physiology, anatomy, and what they will form, won't say when I say because human anatomy is not dependent on your wheelchair move, how you be and you brony or jogging because and completely inaccurate and ignorant. You expose you. But on person to say exposing it, also the cassette and a Captain Smart and a Captain Smart doesn't need your respect. What I said, what Captain Smart said was accurate, he was on point, and we are standing 10 toes down on business. We'll continue to expose him. We say, Atem Didiani, what diverted from why TikTok, I so Coco Joshua Bemoso, and the call why President Kufuor.
I don't know. Minim da. Former President Kufuor, Afia Pokuaa say, onye ne kasamafo, on kasamano. So Afia Pokuaa, if you think that somebody is insulting President Kufuor, why do you want to align that person with NDC? Me say that say. Still insists say Kevin Taylor kasama NDC for Afia Pokuaa, Mr. O kasama why? Say see o kasama why am na o kasama no? Just tell me so. I speak for this person and I wait na bomb President Kufuor, we are the spokesperson. Se Kwajo Sheldon to no officer Kevin Taylor kaseti na Kwajo Sheldon is obe responde and I say who Afia Pokuaa is obe responde and me Kwajo Sheldon. I don't mean to say as a senior media o kan typical anibere pa and nipa na here. Saying a lot of things at the same time. Say buying them more than and amaya kwache kwamba fa bolonye me pacho. Montie tre for na bra ye chiche obo no. Na aban no obo na homode na so obo na homode. Ohinema ba news why ekwoche ne na ba ne hobo ne homode ana obo ne homode enye the same law no ye de chekwa ba fabronye ana se mra na Afia Pokuaa who as a lawyer and say the for be gina ba bia mra na ye different and when it goes to another person e different. I don't get it. E dey na wo dey supposed to Kevin Taylor on President Kufuor hotel, is it true or is it false? Come and debunk all this kind of things. But sometimes when you people sit down and always say, we are Santinity, anything about Asante 4, this is what you're going to defend it here. That is not how we build a society. We need to move on from tribalism now. Team too much. Tribalism on when are you going to stop all these kind of things? There are more kind of now collaborative baby no also address the issues. Because I saw Kevin Taylor say Kufuor Kotor medals $1.4 million. Is it true or false? These are things I think say any reasonable person needs to come on back and say, who expose Kevin Taylor? Why expose why? Who expose Obia? Because that is politics. He says this, you say that, then you do that, he says this, then you come to conclusion. No reasonable person be in the community. Our Ghana, na bimu da hono, will listen to who Afia Pokuaa, no what take Kevin Taylor, no akofa documents, abra Kufuor the president, no. Then he pana be say, is it true or false? Yes, expose you, and he will say, Madam, NDC is a political party. So if somebody decides to speak for or speak against NDC, it is that person's right. So does Kevin Taylor have the right to criticize former President Kufuor or not? Man come confront to say, your mama na body pa. And you don't bring in NDC near that you say you be associated and I be disassociated from Kevin Taylor's utterances or his message. It is up to him. If Kufuor thinks there's some kind of Kufuor knows what to do because Kufuor is also a lawyer and he knows what to do. And you don't need to come and speak for former President Kufuor. Because so far as I know, no, we are criticizing Kufuor's administration, not Kufuor as a person. Get this fact. It is a Captain Smart because say Kevin Taylor got it all right or wrong. It's up to Captain Smart to his also integrity. As to some Afia Pokuaa, you are not the person to come and determine Neobiaka and then yes will be nye. We don't do things like that. I say I need giving opportunity be a Timamunini Benyano, a tribalism or especially people from Ashanti region. Everything about you is tribalism. Madam Fo, Ghana this one. None of Pokuaa Otiho. Emma NPP communicator Kotana TV Zuko say Ghana yine asante for dia. Na that tribe nya omo na de bomo. Dia na okafa ho. And I want him say no dey intimi inside the whole nation. But rather when somebody goes after former President Kufuor as a person, they are or no Kufuor as a person like Kufuor, but Kufuor as the former president. Also won't tell say me boy. Ghana had 50 Kufuor time ye anase anye. What was the budget? Kufuor to medals and another one to medals no. What was the budget? Come and say this kind of things. Until me expose you, NDC for na ball pa. Madam for NDC party no. Ewa aben mu. NDC party no ewa aben mu. Abas no redeem se menka jam se muntieti break na mu adwuma ye.
Enti MPP for there. Mamu nunu mo ho mamu na da. Na oni MPP ni bia kasa. Power will change and the future is pregnant. Na say mo no a se bi mo da form no. Momo na mosa ebo obi a womia wo kon ne ntre ha obi tie ne ye o obi wa wo da form no a se bi yamia wo kon mo ani ha han no yes ona wo se kasa wudi ejai na me sorry a wo be hu dia me de be ye wo be ye din ya se obi ade san na se bi ono yere be da se nke hye utrim
hye utrim. And if you think it's also with the same channel, the same opportunity in some Kevin Taylor can go and debunk and bring out the facts. Because Kevin Taylor shows documents. Afia Pokuaa also document when. For document bra. Okay, say but me quarter ibisa also you and I were not there no. This is not you and I were not there. You and I were there. Kufuor administration yen ye hu ye. Nti fa wo de bra. Na munya de na moto ama ya na nipa kora bremo. Ah, e dey ansem ni. Abusia channel ye the debate with Munufie. Mama yenko ye nim na ne ye wadwuma ye pa. Yeah. Alright, abusuya yanku yenim na lawyer Morris Ampao. Okay, sa kwa no. O se John Mama we no be Togo. Lawyer nya nko Togo. John we ne ya ibisa na o se agoro na wodi. Lawyer Morris Ampao say ono okọ join Afia Pokuaa Afia Poki. Na dia Kevin Taylor ye no. Onti ase until the TNC lawyer Morris Ampao Ebeka. We are, you will go back and I'll prove to you, say the man, he doesn't even know what he's talking of.
And then the Supreme Court have allowed Kevin Taylor to come before them after one show to their own colleague who is currently court of appeal judge. We didn't attempt at good and mercy. I didn't judges know her. Kevin Taylor have insulted all the members of the bench. Only in your job do attempt and muma not threaten more. A man did not to be cast on himself or mobile Germany. The kind of things Kevin Taylor have said about the judiciary. Rubbish of when I say Tokonu. insulted the current Supreme Court judges, humiliated them, exposed the judiciary to public hatred and contempt, only for Kevin Taylor to come to Ghana, giving presidential protection. Then they call Supreme Court. No, the judges who sat on the matter, nobody questioned Kevin Taylor. Say, look, you are here, fine. Although it's a contempt matter, law knows was on your side because that judge should have given you notice. But at least, catch it. The kind of things you are saying, because see, the letter makers and they say, Chairman want to meet judge now old in a semen and I'm a say judges from television. The judges watch social media because the chairman want to meet judge and say when they listen to television, social media and this other manner, people lambast the judiciary. But the same judge I forgotten to say Kevin Taylor is leading the charge. And all the Supreme Court judges know they know what is happening in the country. They are citizens. They watch social media. They know the impunity of Kevin Taylor, but when he appeared before them, they pretended not to see him. And they granted him his request. He was escorted and then given presidential treatment and left. And this person is suspecting everybody in the country, and the judiciary is not acting. The police is not acting because, oh yeah, or come at you. This boy, Kevin Taylor, this stupid, useless boy, Kevin Taylor, is blackmailing the government of the day. Mama cannot act because information we are rough, I bet damage you. But apart from the Ampa, that Kevin Taylor cannot damage me. He cannot handle me. Because to handle because he has their secret videos, their sexual videos, or scandals. He knows what he has done with them. So this little government cannot handle them. And then Kevin Taylor at the judiciary. Or to be dead judiciary. He said it on his platform, said, or what judges, but for Bonnie, normal. When he went to court and lost the father's case, the father could sue FIFA for defamation, and the case was thrown away, dismissed. Kevin Taylor be free, but can't say, well, Fred Bafo Bonnie, I'm on the warning, say, he should talk to that judge. IGP, the whole, well, Dampare, we didn't tell mama. Agwangbabi, Kevin Taylor did that term rough. Sam George Mo, ho, hina otumfo, ochihimi, asofo. Oh my God, this boy is insulting, and our judges in this country, you don't see, you don't hear. Want to be there, want to be there, ni case there, and the mutie. When somebody talk about it, and the judges are hearing. But Kevin Taylor, what Kevin Taylor is doing. To the sense even German to be case, no, Kevin Taylor is criticizing the matter or to social media and is telling the judge that he should hurry to judge German to be and then they're content. They are not seeing it. You see, when you rule, if you do these things, God is the ultimate judge. The judiciary, the judges in this country, you are not the ultimate judge. You can jail people with the human right, but God will jail you. God will deal with you. No, members of the bench. I'm telling you before God, man. You think that if you have the power and you can decide to change people's destiny, jail. But spiritually, when you are jailed, because if you sit in a country where Kevin Taylor and NDC can insult, but nobody can also insult. Today, Kevin Taylor is talking nonsense. It's provoking everybody. If you do, it comes after you. Why albatross in the neck of the nation is directing government affairs from US. And we have social media bullies. They bully everybody. NDC people are bullying everybody. They talk anyhow. Social commentators and bloggers, NDC bloggers, commentators, NDC pastors, NDC like that's we say Osofo Odro and no lead the church. Can kwasasem did amatem into your Osofo omo ya NDC for Juma Odro tie ono what did amatem now your say almost media houses, they are dealing with everybody. You know, they insult radio XYZ. They are insulting everybody left and right. If you go to the social media, NDC people are there insulting. President Mama and NDC and the national security don't listen. Attorney General is ready. No let person quiet. Oh,
well, President Lakukus, you have no moral right to talk against others. You are worse. One will say, lawyer, Papa, what my main address is a lawyer Maurice Ampao. Meaning he's a lawyer, also saying a lecturer or child law. Is now accusing Kevin Taylor on your lawyer say, Kevin Taylor, Ekasetia, judges in the country. Na judges na hwe ni din ya ma odidi o matem timi ba wura Supreme Court. Ebe didi o matem ya fa contempt kura nche no. Lawyer ni na ekasa no. E pa cho. Oh, sometimes you know they tend to forget a lot of things. Lawyer Maurice Ampao no is now jumping onto Afia Pokuaa's bandwagon say he does not understand why or accept why Kevin Taylor akasetia former President Kufuor. Kevin Taylor akasetia a judge. Enti ono lawyer Maurice Ampao no say on tiasie me pacho yem ko on Lawson TV. Ni enko bisa lawyer Maurice Ampao na nkasa say Ghana judges no what say Kevin Taylor akasetia omo no. Wo ye lawyer ni a you understand the ethics of the law because court hono wona ura wo da bia unim say o kasetia judge you are the person as a amount of punishment. Na Ghana judges no omudi atentene ni anazo omudi atenchia tie lawyer Maurice Ampao.
Hey, what judges be so no more. Oh. Case ba.
Oji Maurice Ampao ne be kira de judges na ye case ba ni omoye. Ye wie ye bisa se one Kevin Taylor. Why na kasetia judges tie.
Hey, what judges be so no more. Oh. Case ba. Oji ha. Oji ni anasem ye de na. No waji ni anasem nye de. No owia no ebu asem na ma ni anasem nye de no. No a friend the anasem nye de ne say who me sheda ma kwasa judgment. Inti no mo kwa appeal. Mo point am de be win judgment ni ndi. Inti no wa asem nye de no. Someone no wa ye wojuma ma wo. Nya wasem nye de no so wa so to a. I am judges.
Yes, you court and you are with judges. Oh, judges ni bi wo ha. Ojiha
you
na no de na sam nye de no wa hire bua ne bem
you
na wa ba de odi guys odi bi odi for no say asem no me share da
you
and me bua
Obakacho say there is order from above. I say impedifu bi afre no the pressure aton so it case ni political motivated influential enti no pressure na enti na yes about what said that I say no
appeal. No, my point.
Now what you say, these are the loopholes. It will go appeal now. We need another say, Mutu no the mutia yadwa.
That's why we only win. Now said you're winning first, no. If you say on the woman is can't do anything.
Sawati. Lawyer ni ne kasa sa no nya carpenter we nya mason. O se Ghana judges. Omudi nkwasi asem. Na judge no timi tena ho. Na ono na je bribe. Lawyer ni na kasa sa no. Enya me na me kan lawyer Maurice Ampao na kan. O se Ghana judges eje bribe. Obaji we die. Nipa mienu di asem kwa oji we die na waji we die. Na wa di atem no achia no. Meaning omu di atentene ne no omu di atentene ne o. Omu di nkwasi asem. That was his words. No maji sike na wiere na wasia frɛ we won che kan je say me shere ne di asem na this is a loophole. Fa kwa appeals court okwa obedi bem. Ose Ghana judges omudi asem omfo madwi na di eye power bi firi soro ena kire omade omundi tie ne bi be bia wan tie zema na oka no
hey what judges be so no more. Oh. Case ba. Oji ha. Oji ni anasem ye de na. No waji ni anasem nye de. No owia no ebu asem na ma ni anasem nye de no. No a friend the anasem nye de ne say who me sheda ma kwasa judgment.
Say what? Say nkwasi judgment and judges in them they are corrupt. Maurice Ampao lawyer ni mu ya ene ono be kase Kevin Taylor mum ne kase tia judges lawyer ni ese wonka wo de Kevin Taylor e kase tia judges you have to put him on the right no you sat on national television telling Ghanaians say judges e Ghana and they are corrupt ene we won kai lawyer office yen kai. Every single thing lawyer Maurice Ampao, any NPP for be and we are documenting them, we put them there. You hide it. Dachi, what you be Togo, Nini, what does it Ghana? And I would Ghana judges at them. Now, come my client in the old because Kevin Taylor mum and a cassetia judges, a power and a dasono. Oh dear, and a dasono. They say, why are cassetia judges? What's the Ghana judges? They are corrupt. A quawe quatena santimemu, won't to me TV so catch it at Santin for so may I crom for. Omo Thomas ase ba ko di bebe 10 omo wi amanfo yere nom omo ye monatofo rapist in brofokasa lawyer ni mu ya ekotena ho kan asem no kire asanten hemfo and then he is talking about insult hwe akwa we won kayasem akwa we nkayasem and then lawyer ni mu ya dey catch say nyankopon ene ye judge na Ghana judges nyankopon be punish omo because they shouldn't think say omo the nipa adwi na di asem lawyer ni mu ya akwa we wunya asem na kofa na ubedi for because lawyer ni onje mmara na e man no mu eni say nyankopon ene ye judge. This is the most reckless statement I have ever heard coming from somebody as a lawyer telling us God is the ultimate judge. Oh yeah, boy, lawyer ni nkasasa. Instead of addressing the issue, you are telling us a judge for jiha no media kwasi asem no media chiano. Lawyer Maurice Sampao. You know, when you sit to address this kind of people, always they will give you the opportunity to insult them. We won't. You do that sentiment, they ain't going so also to Santa for TV so and okay. Akwabi ese fene sa achemkwa o sa achemkwa akwabi na nse ye che no ti onso ne de
Kevin Taylor sa woni mu a
Kevin Taylor abere de asemo ni pa ba ko pe o ne ti onso ne de
Kevin Taylor sa woni mu a Ghana health insurance na ayatachi man pe ana ne wo tachi man ana ne wo man pani da ko fo pen so ana health insurance ko Ghana for never bia
oh tura odi oni ma se ma woka health insurance didn't start from Tachiman, it started from Onkransa. Oni ma se ma woka onim he's just there and ya kan kire no na he says obi taking the time akwa research no onye research oh me problem with this so called journalist no any idea akwa we they don't learn. Self insurance started from Tachiman. It started from Onkransa. Under Rollins and a pilot to health insurance. Rollins. That time I hear pilot. Let me read something to you. Medon will call the Hansard of Ghana's Parliament. 27th of January 1999, Parliament. Dr. Adukufo Tiasimo Okaye. The then NPP MP. And Sema Okaye about health insurance or use terms or use no I mean me who me joti be down somewhere and some Okaye say health insurance no enya de ebeye yie even you could the source of funding and not President Rollins then edeba no was on say ye the VAT kura and the best of health insurance. I mean, me who that particular quotation now, I chill on some portion okay. You know, these kind of people, they don't learn. Instead of say, because say the journalism no Ghana no. I say they don't go to school and then they are not learning. And the Papa no question the seriousness and then the clarity or the funding approach of NDC's health insurance policy. Dr. Adukufo Semokai no. I just don't want to quote him verbatim. Dr. Adukufo President Kufuor Nuyano, Sano Kaye. This is 1999. If I got the date very right, I think the 27th of January 1999. Oko Parliament debater or Hansard him. Akwa we onim. Onima sama no moka. And so he is sitting down saying the Kevin Taylor, health insurance President Kufuor na be there be. Yeah, President Kufuor na yensa. A Rollins and a pilot nationwide. Even President Kufuor Kwara did not the buy, it was limited. A former president at a mills and a bay and national. Emma Ukita card na ultimi yare, Ukita card wa crowd kukumasi ultimi yejuma. They don't read. They don't learn. Now they mame mon sema akwane kan ubongu sa akwano. Ase na dwen wo fom. Na dwen wo fom.
Kevin Taylor. Sa woni mu a Ghana health insurance na ayatachi man pe ana ne wo. Tachi man ana ne wo. Man pani da ko fo pen so ana health insurance ko Ghana for never bia. Se woni mu a o bi sase yenche wade ba ko man pani da ko fo ye ya. Wade ni sabasi ni bo se o na sha ase no wie ya. Me say health insurance man pani da ko fo ana de baye. Kevin Taylor woni mu a me kirew. Youth employment and then Malik Basin talent eja bia wo yadwuma ho no. I am man padi da kofo and the youth employment e baye se wodi mu ameka kire wo. Kevin Taylor school feeding program and ekoso men kola intimi nya bi ekoso nya duane die no. I
am a pagina kufo and the buyer. Saudma make catch now. Kevin Taylor, Metro Mass Transit. Ya Nancy, I'm a penny, don't dramedy mama, and the minister or her transport so. I go for be free, say Egypt or say by ya, on the piano cromano. I am a penny that could fall, and I did Metro Mass Transit at the buyer. Kevin Taylor, Saudma make catch now. Basic school from cracks, Echo Junior High School free no. I am a penny that could fall at the buyer. Sa woni na wo besu nyansa na wadwen am wadwen mo da ho na sabe wabani pati biamu a enkase ntia papa ne da e wabrabom na sabe wo se na wo no wo se no abasesa tibo se no ene mpadifo na sabe wo magimi omnim nyansa na wo mota wa kira wo gimi no o mo ne kofo nya pe wo mo ne kofo enya pe me ka tira wo me de mu atufo boy ne na matufo ne na maka tira wo se jai nya wo ye no na sabe paduasa jimi fo kwa no okana no tomo a ye bunyansani se woni mu a me ka tira wo wode wano
akwa we say jimi fo kana no tomo a ye bunyansani nam so yo waya de se wo kan wano ituma nke bebu nyansani kakra 1992 constitution ya twere na NPP for nka ho free compulsory universal basic education in 1992 constitution akwa woni ma de sometimes you know when you follow this kind of people how ho sa hey asemo hey and some okay in NPP as a party na dey omunim rebranding obeto ade a na obesese di no obeto ade a na obesese di no oh we mo yen we sit up e wo mo ho because sometimes you know udi we machi a it's like they are not learning journalists kasa tientiam na nka wape time now they hear research under Rollins sa metro mass transit na wo kan Kufo se say di ni keke na buses bi order the time na ye tata buses akwa we onima de onim hwe you know what I say more the level of education the opportunity obe ye show say go back do a little bit of research and then learn something